Hey, what's up, Internet? This is a brand new series that I'm calling How I Made It. The name is pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to do a deeper dive into these tracks and the process and all of that. I want to do this for a bunch of older tracks as well, so if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. So to kick it off, this is my remix for Elohim Sleepy Eyes. This is something that I did, I think back in November-ish, and it was the dead of winter. I think I just really wanted something a little bit sunnier. So let's just dive into this. So, starting off with the marimbas, this is a signature sound of mine. I've used it since, I don't know, since cheap sunglasses way back in the day. I'm actually just using some basic Ableton marimba, cloth hits and rubber hits. I actually kind of nudge some of these notes around, so when they're played together, it feels a little more real and natural. And then from there, it goes into the guitars with the vocal. Look at me with your sleepy eyes. All the really oxen free, we don't have to hide. So I recorded these with my Gibson SG through Vox AC4 into an isolation cab. I recently started using this Universal Audio aux. It's like a device that it's basically an attenuator, so you can lower the volume and control a little bit better. Control the breakup of the amp. Look at me with your sleepy eyes. So I'll usually record dual guitars, always and pan them kind of left to right. Not super far wide, but I like to have some stereo without, adding stereo effects or whatever. And by capturing two different performances, you sort of get the mistakes and the sort of rhythmic irregularities, and it just makes it more interesting. And then I have some synths that start to come in here. This is the Juno 60 here. Kind of an offbeat thing. With a little bit of reverb as well. Some more guitar parts here. I usually like to, I'll record the lower register and then do an alternate part in the higher register just to kind of balance it out. And while we're on the guitars, I'll show you a couple of the chorus details, which I recorded with a Boss CE2 pedal to get this kind of chorus, 80s effect, basically. Post-chorus little thing, I don't know. Just some extra guitar parts here. Just little details that change up the second verse so it's different, So I have this vocal sampler. This is something I recorded many years ago, but I basically recorded a note of me singing I recorded myself singing every note and then, kind of pitch corrected it and put it into a sampler so I can play it that way. It's mixed with a couple other vocals as well. It's a very artificial sounding thing, but that's kind of the idea. And that's actually what's happening in the main, okay, if you want to call it a hook, I don't know. Which I played on the OP1. the marimba's kind of doubling that as well. So let's check out the vocals real quick before I get into the drums.
Look at me with your sleepy eyes.
I always ask for dry vocals. There's nothing worse than getting stems from people that are like completely baked with effects and like delays and stuff. I mean, that's great for the original, but for remixing purposes, it's kind of a nightmare to deal with that stuff. And I actually think that's one of the biggest reasons why remixes sound kind of remix-y, is because they have all these like extra effects that don't fit in your current track. So always ask for dry vocals. It's super important.
Look at me with your sleepy.
And even though I asked for that, I still got some like all the background vocals are actually mixed in here, so that's a little bit annoying. But you know, whatever. I'll take what I can get.
Come and lay with me in our treasure trove. The kids don't know what it's like to fall so far. Cracking your code, nothing was yours. You were a stranger. Shifting the mold, breaking the mold. Where did the rain go? Kiss me with your eyes open, so you can see me when I'm melting. Kiss me with your eyes open, they dilate when you hold me close. Kiss me with your eyes open. Kiss me with your eyes open.
So in terms of bass, this is actually very simple. So I'm literally just it's just Juno 60 bass line. This is actually a very simple remix for me. So I kind of wanted to show that process. It's not technically complex like a lot of the other work, but it was, you know, sometimes you got to keep it simple and keep it poppy, you know. So okay, getting into the drums a bit. So I have this Ableton Percussion drum rack where I've recorded all these like little clicks and sounds, like finger snaps, everything custom. You know, I just want to record my own samples. It's really important for me. Same thing with the claps. Some 808s. And so another drum library that I use a lot is the Addictive Drums 2. It's doing some stuff, just percussion type sounds. And that's also where I'm getting a lot of the hi-hat work. In this track I actually used a fair amount of the original drums in the chorus mainly, but I pitched them down about an octave just to kind of change it up so it's different. So it captures some of the rhythm of the original without, you know, completely sounding the same. And I also recorded some percussion with the guitar, so. So it's me just playing guitar and then I pitched it up and yeah, just like small little details, stuff that might go unnoticed, but just adds more flavor to the chorus. Guitar solo thing here. I guess there's a tiny bit of piano in there as well. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that. Links to the track will be below, and I'll see you next time.